Welcome back to a new video. In this series, we focus on minor deities, divine figures with more specific domains, often assisting or acting under Olympians. This video is about Tyche. Most people know Tyche as the goddess of luck, that mysterious force that gives fortune to some and misfortune to others. But she's not just a symbol of chance. In older traditions, Tyche is a force of fate, fortune, and fragile balance, the spinning wheel on which kingdoms rise and fall. She doesn't simply bring good luck. She brings whatever luck comes next. Tyche symbolizes fortune, both good and bad. Tyche is not a goddess of blessing or curse. She is the randomness of life, the unexpected turn. One day she lifts you up, the next, she may let go. She also symbolizes fate's shifting hand. She is closely linked to the Morai, the fates, but where they spin the thread, Tyche decides how it tangles, or untangles. She's the moment when a plan meets reality. And the last thing she symbolizes is civic fortune. In later times, cities began to see Tyche not only as a personal force, but as the spirit of an entire city's destiny, its rise, glory, or ruin. Origins and family. Tyche is usually said to be the daughter of Oceanus and Tethys, the titans of the ocean and fresh water, making her one of the many Oceanids, the freshwater nymphs, but with a far greater domain. In some accounts, she is also a daughter of Zeus, the king of the gods, which would explain her ability to bestow or revoke fortune from kings and empires alike. Her companions vary by tradition, but she is often paired with Nemesis, the goddess of balance, who follows in her wake to restore balance, or the Agathos daimon, the good spirit of fortune in households and cities. Tyche in the world. Tyche is one of the most unpredictable deities in Greek myth, not cruel, not kind, simply unconcerned. She represents a universe that doesn't always reward the worthy or punish the wicked, only chance decides. The Greeks turned to Tyche when plans failed for no reason, or when unexpected success fell into their laps. She was a way to explain the unexplainable, the swing of events beyond logic or merit. Myths and stories involving Tyche. Myth number 1, the rise and fall of cities. As empires expanded across the Mediterranean, Tyche became the guardian of each city's fate. Cities even crafted their own versions of her, Tyche of Athens, Tyche of Antioch, Tyche of Rome. In art, she wore a city wall as her crown, holding a cornucopia in one hand, for abundance, and a rudder in the other, steering the city's future. But when cities grew too proud, Tyche would turn her wheel. Myth number 2, the rudder and the wheel. One tale tells of a sailor who prayed to Tyche during a storm. His ship, battered and sinking, was suddenly carried to shore by a strange current. He built a shrine to Tyche there. But years later, he returned as a wealthy merchant, boasting he had conquered the sea himself. That same night, a wave struck his ship in perfect weather. Tyche had turned her rudder, not out of vengeance, but to remind him, you were never steering. Myth number 3, the banquet of the gods. In one obscure myth, Tyche is invited to a feast of the gods. She sits silently as each deity boasts of their powers, war, wisdom, love, the sea. When it's her turn, she says nothing. Instead, she drops a die onto the floor. It lands. And all the gods fall silent, remembering that no matter their strength or plan, fate still rolls the dice. Worship and depiction. Tyche was widely worshipped in the Hellenistic and Roman worlds, especially in cities and port towns, where fortune was life or death. She had a temple in Antioch, where her most famous statue stood, Tyche seated, crowned with city walls, 1 foot on the river god Orontes. And she also had a temple in Alexandria, Corinth, and later, Rome, where Fortuna, her Roman name, became a powerful civic goddess. When she is depicted, she usually wears a crown of battlements, symbolizing city sovereignty. Sometimes she holds a cornucopia, for abundance. Or sometimes, she wears a blindfold, showing that luck is impartial. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want a video about a specific mythological being, let us know in the comments. And remember, the wheel always turns. Fortune is not loyal, only moving. Be humble in your victories, and steady in your storms. See you next time.